let's bring back ABC News national security and defense analyst and former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for the Middle East, Mick Mulroy. You are earning your paycheck today, Mick. All of these stories right in your lane. So now that Osama bin Laden and Ayman al-Zawahiri are gone, how does this make us safer? Just put it in perspective for the average American. Can we be more confident now that we will never see another 9/11?
So I definitely think this is a major success for our counterterrorism efforts, and quite frankly, a masterclass in how to carry out this type of operation. So my hat's off to my former colleagues at the CIA for all the great work they did here. To the point of your question, he was a symbol, not just a leader. He went back to the beginning of al-Qaeda. He helped plan and plot multiple attacks to include September 11th. He had to go, and it really does send a message out to all leaders of al-Qaeda or its affiliates. No matter what, we will track you down, we will find you, and you'll see justice. And it's probably going to look like a spinning razor blade as it goes through your body, just like it went to Zawahiri. And that is really important for them to realize, that we are not past dealing with this counterterrorism threat. No matter what we say about China and Russia, et cetera, we still have people that are willing to spend their entire lives to ensure the safety of American people.
Yeah, message to the terrorists, your time is up. Now, you are a retired CIA paramilitary operations officer and U.S. Marine. Take us inside an operation like this, Mick, just the planning, the detail, and how the U.S. was able to pull this off.
So first of all, I don't know because I'm now out of government, but I have listened, just like everybody, to the White House's description of what happened. It appears that they found his family and actually followed them by some means into country and located where they came to rest in a safe house. And then, of course, followed him into country, and when they matched up, started focusing on his pattern of life so that they could develop a package presented to the president on a lethal strike. To me, although I don't know, but to me that indicates we had a lot of assets on the ground in Afghanistan, as it would be almost impossible to follow people through airports, taxis, through an urban area into a house. So I believe we probably did have some assets. Don't know if they were recruited assets or operators on the ground, but it was certainly a huge effort that undertook months in the making. And they even went so far as to ensure that the building wouldn't collapse with this type of munition. So it looked like it was a very serious operation that the agency and the United States should be, quite frankly, very proud of.
Well, let's talk about the intel for a minute. And before my next question, this operation reminds me so much of Osama bin Laden, because he was living, as you remember, right there in the middle of a neighborhood with family in a safe house. So now you see the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. You see how this mission was carried out. What does this tell us about the ability of the U.S. intel to still be able to collect information and intelligence, even though our troops are formally out of the country?
So there's no doubt that the full withdrawal without leaving a residual force did significantly degrade our collection ability. It's just a simple logical matter. I mean, we're not being there and not having the ability to collect much. But this does show that we still can do it, and that's important. The problem is, say this person did not go out onto a balcony, Zawahiri did not go out onto a balcony, and it required an actual direct action mission from a force like JSOC or my old unit to be able to carry out an attack. He did not go outside. This would require additional assets to be in country that we don't have right now. So I don't want to take anything away from this mission. We should celebrate it, not because somebody was killed. We should never celebrate that, but because of the effort of tracking down somebody that killed so many Americans on September 11th. But this is still an issue. It also shows, quite frankly, that the Taliban is not keeping any of their agreements. They are housing terrorists.
The Taliban, of course, condemning the attack, calling it a violation of the Doha Agreement. They can spin this any way they want to, and against, interests of the U.S., Afghanistan, the region. Should we be concerned about retaliation, bottom line?
I imagine the Taliban is going to try to get to the bottom of how this operation unfurled. That's why it's very important for those in the know not to talk about it, not to talk about what we did or didn't do. But the Taliban's going to be looking all around that neighborhood, trying to figure out if there is anybody involved in it that they would like to, quite frankly, punish. So that's the first thing. Whether al-Qaeda will respond with a terrorist attack, that's yet to be seen. It certainly would follow their MO for doing just that.
Mick, always good to talk to you, especially on big days like this. Appreciate your insight.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kara.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.